That's a rubber tree. The sap smells horrendous. Sure, rubber tree, yeah, that sounds legit. You can see and hear her cut into it. It's hard wood. If it was rubber, it wouldn't peel like that. But okay, yeah, it's made of rubber. Move along. We have access to so much info on our phones, and yet... Hello, Redditors of the Internet, Noble Xenon here, and welcome to r/ConfidentlyIncorrect. These individuals just swear that they're right. Let's get started. So, that's not true. You're right. It's actually a blue-footed booby. Excuse me, it's actually your Y-O-U-R. No apostrophe R-E there. You didn't get good grades in English, huh? Grades don't exist in language structure, and it is your. Get some reading comprehension, r/ConfidentlyIncorrect. Do you have stupid? So confident in not knowing basic grammar. This next one's on a post about the new bill in Canada regarding Google having to pay news publishers. There is absolutely 0% chance that this law actually passes. 0. A deal will have to be made or the Liberals will back down. Sorry to break it to you, but the bill already passed. Here's the link right there. Read the text. It will basically let the CRTC maintain a list of aggregators that will be forced to comply by either paying or removing links. Any company with a physical presence in Canada, by the way. No way this picture has half of the internet in a chokehold right now. What is the closest time to midnight? A. 11:55 a.m. B. 12:06 a.m. C. 11:50 a.m. or D. 12:03 a.m. Oh, the answer is 12:03 a.m. 3 minutes after. Actually, they said midnight, not noon, laughing emoji. I did the same, sobbing emojis. Well, judging by those reactions, you're not the only one laughing. And now this next one can't tell the difference between a home bathroom and an outhouse and calls other people stupid. When the lid is down, the smell can be contained, escape through the correct area, but when the lid is up, yeah, it's gonna get very smelly in there. Meanwhile, the reply. The lid has nothing to do with smell. There is a pee trap, as in literally peeing and not just the letter P, built into the toilet that hoods water and won't let the gases or smell come back into the house just like your sinks do. So if that's the case, they need to put the drain stopper in your sink and tub as well because they go into the same place, lol. People can be so stupid. Oh yes, they can be. Hypothermia has left the chat. For real, for real. It won't happen if the body doesn't move. That makes just about 0 sense. Yes it would, even earlier if you don't move. Body heat though, yeah it works, but not like that in 2 hours. Video was about someone allegedly taking an ice bath for 2 hours. And now Red claiming to know more about dinosaurs than actual paleontologists. Dude doesn't know dinosaurs are fake. Dinosaurs did exist though, just ask any paleontologist. Paleontologists know F all. They completely ignore the mud flood that happened less than 500 years ago. Anyone from a university or a museum is controlled opposition. You will never get the truth from them. Never! They are a hoax. They are to distract from the giants that were here. What in the world does this person believe in? This has got to be a troll. Now what? Man has places to be. I don't usually call out people on their grammar, but I think it's supposed to be man had placed to be. The post, by the way, was about a cat traveling alone in a train. I don't know what is it, like do Redditors have this instinct that they must correct someone's grammar? Oftentimes with corrections that are not even right. I am happy to report that I am hashtag mRNA free. You got plenty of mRNA in your body. If I do, it's not by consent. You don't know what mRNA is, do you? Well, technically they didn't get it by consent, but it wasn't for the reason you think it is. This next one is confidently incorrect about UK law. In the UK, the BBC demand anyone who watches live or catch-up BBC shows need to pay a yearly fee of £159, and they try to enforce it like it's a law, which it's not. Red Dwarf was recently added to BBC iPlayer, but apparently some episodes or parts of them were removed. No idea if true. The BBC sucks anyway, so avoid it like the plague. Be happy you don't live in the UK. How is there not a law? It's the BBC enforcing it, not the government. And someone else jumps in, no, it's not enforced by the BBC. They are the statutory authority for collection of license payments, but those powers are conferred by government. The license fee is covered by the Communications Act of 2003, and when it was first introduced in the 1920s, it was covered by the Wireless and Telegraphy Act. It's been classified as a tax since the early 2000s, and the authority to collect it comes from statutory law. How does that matter, though? The BBC is authorized by the Communications Act 2003 to collect and enforce the TV license fee, responding to the person who said it was not a law. It's always annoying when the confidently incorrect one gets more likes than the others. For reference, they can and do prosecute people who haven't paid the fee to watch all live or catch-up TV channels. Man, the UK and their television licenses. I never really understood why that's a thing, though. I know it's meant to fund the BBC, but it's just a little strange to me. And Guy declares the Our Planet documentary is untrustworthy because he knows for a fact the Arctic doesn't get that warm. 2 minutes on Google proves him wrong. Our Planet 2 Season 2 is not a trustworthy source of information. I don't know much, but I know enough to know there is a glaring error in episode 1 of season 2, which gives me no faith in the rest of the season. It's a simple oversight, but it makes me wonder what else sounds close but in reality is wrong. While describing the Arctic environment, Sir David Attenborough states that the temperature can get as high as 36 or 38 degrees Celsius, which is 96.8 or 100.4 Fahrenheit. I don't know much, but I know for a fact it's not that warm in the Arctic. And while this is a simple use of a wrong word, what else is just one wrong word that could completely change the accuracy of a statement? The UN confirms record Arctic temperature of 100 degrees Fahrenheit. There you go! Hey, if you're enjoying this video, then why not like, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell? And now, just breathe. Just a few breaths. You get $10,000 if you make a girl reject you on a date in under a minute. What do? Breathe? Spelling breath like that will definitely get you 10K. OP, you do know that breathe and breath are two different words, right? Lol. And for this challenge, I feel like having an obsession with Reddit will get you an easy 10K. And another one got hit with the breath breathe thing. Got hit with this one today by a girl whose bio is, I live and breath my children. Breathe is either spelled breathe or breath. Same meaning. Look it up. No, it's not. Look it up. And now apparently the UK isn't in Europe. No lol, Europe is in Europe, the UK is in UK. Europe is a continent which consists of many countries. No, you're saying Europe is a country? I hope you're trolling. UK is England. No, England is a part of the UK. Facepalm. Europe is in Europe and UK is in UK. Now that is a big brain statement right there. And now good news everyone, we don't need to do temp readings anymore. No they don't, stray dogs are always running around in the midday sun on boiling pavement and sand. It doesn't bother them. Dogs are exceptional at regulating their own body temperature, and putting coats on them in winter and cooling pads on them in the summer messes with it. It's called anthropomorphism, assuming animals struggle with temperature as humans do. Dogs are dogs. They don't need us humans babying them and treating them like children. They're fine. Facepalm. What, do you think dogs are immune to temperature? This, by the way, was from a local Facebook page. This particular comment was responding to someone saying how dogs in the Med keep cool by staying in the shade all day. Also, this person wants to be a pet sitter. 3 smiley faces. Oh my goodness. Why are people like this? And now the comments are on a post about iron only naturally forming from stars, where Guy Red here disagrees. Yeah, not even close to true. Iron is found in rocks. I cannot tell if this is sarcasm or not. Hey buddy, where do you think rocks came from before Earth formed? Oh, hey buddy, stars aren't made of rocks or stone. You're so cute, OMG. Where do you think the rocks came from? Did the universe just start with them? Where did anything in the universe come from? Did the universe just start with stars and massive balls of flaming gas? And by the way, to that other individual, did you not learn that the Big Bang has been thoroughly disproven several times over and that the laws of thermodynamics disprove it quite literally? Unless you believe that the entire universe and everything we know came from an atom that came from nowhere? Cause if so, wow, I hope no one listens to you. Where did it come from then? And don't say God, and you're also wrong about the whole disproven by laws of thermodynamics, by the way. The laws say matter cannot be created nor destroyed, so where did matter come from then? Ah, checkmate. Lol. The Big Bang Theory doesn't say that the explosion created the matter. All matter was condensed and the explosion dispersed it. Also, this has nothing to do with where iron came from. Keep your nonsense to yourself, wiki warrior. By the way, this goes on for 60 replies. If we continued here, we'd be here all day. And according to this next individual, nationality and race are the same. You really just said that nationality was different to race, skull emoji. Go back to school, kid. By the way, I didn't go to a school that teaches history or science or anything, only math, English, and social studies. Your curriculum is kinda lacking there then. Although I must ask, is the American education system any better? Oh yeah, I forgot you guys can't learn with all the shootings you have. That probably explains why most of you can't find your own country on a map. I didn't learn history, only social studies. Clearly this person's intellect is a little lacking. And now, do schools not show solar system models anymore? Would anyone here trust the modeling community with the earth science of climate while knowing full well that they cannot equate one rotation with one sunrise/noon/sunset cycle every 24 hours? And I quote, "It is a fact not generally known that owing to the difference between solar and sidereal time, the earth rotates upon its axis once more often than there are 24-hour days in the year. NASA/Harvard." This is the dumbest conclusion ever drawn by any society since humanity set foot on the planet and used their perceptive faculties. The clockwork solar system modelers like Newton had no way of knowing it was a misuse of timekeeping, yet it forms the basis of the scientific method. These people don't do apologies. They do not correct this offense against humanity so they can have their modeling subculture. And this was a response to a New York Times article headlined, "Here's how much hotter than normal this June has been." And now we have ourselves a flat earther alert. Oh man, sorry to disappoint you, but I don't believe it's flat. I know it's flat for sure. That's the difference between us. You believe you live on a spinning ball, hurtling and orbiting through vacuum at insane hypersonic speeds because you were told so. I instead spent hundreds of hours doing research and empirical testifying the truth. They always think they're so enlightened after Googling for 5 minutes. Now I see the reality as it is. We live on a static plane and sun and moon and stars circle above us, exactly as we see and perceive. I'm tired of all these pseudo-scientific lies, but I can understand that every fruit needs a different time period to ripen. So, take yours. I see only one person who's being pseudo-scientific, and that person is you. And now for this next one, it's pronounced aluminum. What's funny is, it was invented by an American, spelled aluminum, and pronounced aluminum, and suddenly Europe decided to change the spelling and pronunciation. Lol. Excuse me, but you're wrong. The discovery of aluminium was announced in 1825 by Danish physicist Hans Christian Ørsted. Now time to start arguments in the comments section. It's pronounced aluminum. And now yes, only the US was colonized. Portuguese and Brazil just popped out of thin air. As a Brazilian, I never understood why Americans are so obsessed with ancestry and stuff like that. Many people here have Italian and Portuguese ancestry, and I never saw a Brazilian claiming to be Italian or Portuguese. Brazilian is an ethnicity, and American is a nationality. That's the difference, my friend. An American with Italian ancestry is still an Italian ethnically. Same for German Americans. English Americans? You should study about the colonization of the US instead of talking BS, says the person who is talking BS. And now found this one in the wild today. He tried to math and failed. The Appian Way is a road in Rome built in 312 BC. It's over 2,000 years old and still in use today. It was once one of the most important roads in Rome. You know what they say, all roads lead to Rome. Excuse me, but 312 plus 2,000 equals 2312. We're in the year 2023, so it ain't over 2,000 years old then, but no stress. I believe you've missed two very important letters there. BC! And now, no really, don't do this. Your credit will get destroyed. Absolute music to my ears. Students are refusing to pay back their loans when payment pause ends. Please do not do this. It would leave a devastating impact on your credit history. Actually, student loans have like 0 bearing on credit score, bruh. Clearly you don't even have a debit card yet. If you think it doesn't affect your credit score at all, I don't know what to tell you. And now sarcastically daring someone to email the UK Parliament and get them to change their website, so I did, and they did. The United Kingdom of Great Britain was established in 1707. It just got shortened to Great Britain. The United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland was established in 1801. The United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland in 1922. Two kingdoms of England and Scotland united, hence it became a United Kingdom. Its flag, of course, is a Union flag. The contemporary official name for the 1707 to 1800 kingdom was just Great Britain. Then you know better than the UK Parliament. Give them a quick email and get them to correct it. Update: I did give the UK Parliament a quick email. They agreed that the country at the time was called Great Britain, and they've corrected the page you linked. Thanks for the tip. Wow. They actually updated it. And now what kind of cells again? I was educated the same bullcrap you was educated in public school and in college. I'm fully aware of what they say in mainstream biology. One thing they leave out is the fact that we have mitochondria cells covering our whole body and our organs. Mitochondria cells cover your whole vagina inside and out. Antibiotics destroy your mitochondria cells, and they weaken the muscles inside of the vaginal canal. I wouldn't have made this post if I didn't know what I was talking about, but I'm at the point to where I don't give a shit about any of you people anymore. And Hard Pills to Swallow says, mitochondria is the powerhouse of the vagina. Everyone knows this. Now, a person who knows nothing about encryption thinks AI can break it. Hear me out. Spelled H-E-R-E. AI could decrypt this and find it out. Just take some time. AI has very little to do with encryption and would have no application to this problem. Oh, but currently it knows a lot. I've told it to encrypt the message, which it does very easily. If it can encrypt in seconds, it can decrypt something as well. And Roy Cohen says the whole point of encryption is being able to encrypt in seconds without being able to decrypt in years without the key. But I heard AI can solve everything! And now, yes, the spelling of their, a classic, and they get really offended if someone guesses their age correctly or goes slightly higher. Excuse me, it's with They''re? Huh? Your correction was wrong, I'm crying. How? These Americans. And then, this person assumes they're Americans because they think America dumb. And now for this next one, this interaction on a TikTok about making pickles. Why do you use cucumber and not pickles? Pickles are cucumbers? Have you ever tasted a cucumber? Yeah, I don't think so. Are you slow? And for some reason, 23 people liked that. Oh my goodness, TikTok. And now, good math skills are hard to come by, especially on places like Twitter. What happens in your head when you do 27 plus 48? Please respond, I'm trying to see something here. Well, I do 20 plus 40 and 7 plus 8, the total, of course, being 74. Wait, why are people trying to correct me, even when my answer is right? And someone else just responds with eyes. Dude, you may want to double check your math, because you're not quite right. And now he couldn't even use his source correctly, and that word was definitely not it since a paragraph requires 5 or more sentences. Shh. I love this response, 10 out of 10. Suck my ass. Nice paragraph. Actually, a paragraph doesn't require 5 or more sentences. Go back to elementary school, lol. Yeah, the 5-sentence thing is more of a guideline for school children. Meanwhile, the confidently incorrect individual replies, each paragraph can have 2 or 3 sentences, while some paragraphs have only 1, depending on a lot of factors such as medium, topic, audience, and purpose. However, 5 is usually the maximum number of sentences that make up a good paragraph. You see, it says, however, 5 is usually the maximum number of paragraphs that make up a good paragraph. Huh? Dude quoted it wrong, what? Disregarding the or more part, that was straight from Google, so all of you who downvoted me and called me stupid, eat my D, bunch of dumb sheep. Excuse me, can you not read? It says that 5 is the maximum you should have, lol, meaning that you should have less than 5 sentences, r/confidently incorrect. I don't give an F. That's not how it works. Again, not really hard rules, more like guidelines. Now, Apple fools will do anything to keep their product special. Me swallowing a tablet without any water. Tasted yummy, #comedy, #featured, #UK. Apple does not sell tablets, since when is that a tablet? It's an iPad. But it isn't a tablet though. Tablet is from Microsoft and iPad from Apple. 2 different things. My dude, an iPad is quite literally a tablet. Don't recommend swallowing them though. And now this final confidently incorrect individual, leave them wanting less, is a very good piece of advice a lot of comics today seem to be forgetting. You got the laugh, now get out and tell a different joke / do a different skit. Almost got it. Apparently less equals more. You mean leave them wanting more? No, wanting less. It's a saying for your skit goes on too long after the punchline or takes too long to get to the punchline. Trim the skit down. Dude might be confusing less is more and leave them wanting more. Both the concepts and the way they're supposed to be said. Wow. So, I'd like to thank all of my channel members, especially Amethyst Phoenix, Cranjus McBiscupole, Dark Garden, Catalan Cormendi, Mike Hawk, Hold Up, Nightcrawler, Stormcloud the Wolf, Vicmeister1999, and Zoe Horsham. You can join in the link below, and if you enjoyed it, feel free to like, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell, and comment what's on your mind.